Have you ever wondered if the world we live in could be far more advanced than it is today? What if I told you that some of the most revolutionary inventions in history, technologies that could have changed our lives forever, simply vanished? Not because they didn't work, but perhaps because they worked too well. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating and mysterious world of lost technologies and suppressed inventions. Let us start our journey in the early 20th century with a name you probably know, Nikola Tesla. While he's famous for his contributions to our AC electrical system, one of his most ambitious projects remains a subject of intense debate: the Wardenclyffe Tower. This wasn't just a giant antenna. Tesla envisioned it as the start of a global wireless energy system. Imagine a world where electricity is broadcast through the air, just like radio waves. You could power your home, your car, your devices, without a single plug or wire. Tesla was convinced he could do it. He built the massive tower on Long Island, New York, aiming to transmit power across the Atlantic. So, what happened? His primary investor, J.P. Morgan, famously pulled the funding. Why? The story goes that Morgan asked Tesla a simple question: where do we put the meter? When Tesla admitted that the energy would be free for everyone to tap into, the financial backing evaporated. Was it a failed dream? Or was the idea of free, limitless energy just too disruptive for the powers that be? The tower was dismantled, and the dream of wireless world power faded into history. Now, let's fast forward to the 1930s and meet another brilliant mind, Royal Raymond Rife. Rife was a pioneering microbiologist who developed an incredibly powerful microscope, far superior to any other at the time. He claimed his universal microscope could magnify objects up to 60,000 times their original size, allowing him to see living viruses and bacteria in a way no one had before. But that wasn't even his most astonishing claim. Rife asserted that every microorganism had its own unique electromagnetic frequency, or immortal oscillatory rate. He built a device, the Rife frequency generator, which he claimed could broadcast these specific frequencies to destroy harmful pathogens, like viruses and bacteria, without harming the surrounding healthy tissue. Think of it like a singer shattering a glass with their voice by matching its resonant frequency. Rife documented his work, and some reports from the time, including articles in science journals, spoke of remarkable successes. In 1934, a special medical research committee from the University of Southern California was said to have observed Rife's treatments. So, why isn't there a Rife machine in every hospital today? The story gets murky here. Proponents claim that the medical establishment of the time, feeling threatened by a potential cure that couldn't be patented and sold like drugs, actively worked to discredit him. His lab was mysteriously broken into, his research papers vanished, and his collaborators were either intimidated or bought off. By the 1940s, his work was all but erased from the scientific record. Was Rife a genius ahead of his time? Or was his research simply not scientifically sound? The truth, like his research notes, seems to have been lost. Let's shift gears from energy and medicine to transportation. Imagine a car that could get over 100 miles per gallon. Sounds like futuristic tech, right? Well, what if I told you it was invented in the 1970s? Enter Tom Ogle, a young mechanic from El Paso, Texas. In 1977, Ogle developed a new type of fuel system that didn't use a traditional carburetor. Instead, his system used a series of vapor hoses to feed a fuel-air mixture directly into the engine S cylinders. The system heated the gasoline into a vapor before it was ignited, making the combustion process incredibly efficient. He demonstrated his invention by driving a Ford Galaxy, a notoriously gas-guzzling car, over 200 miles on just 2 gallons of gas. He drove from El Paso to Deming, New Mexico, and back, with journalists and witnesses present. The story made national news. Ogle was offered millions for his patent. He turned down early offers, wanting to produce the system himself, but his dream quickly turned into a nightmare. He reported threats and attempts on his life. Then, in 1981, at the young age of 26, Tom Ogle died under mysterious circumstances. The official cause was ruled a suicide, but his family and supporters have always suspected foul play. After his death, his revolutionary fuel system design disappeared. Was this a case of an invention that was just too good to be true, or was it suppressed by powerful interests in the oil and auto industries who stood to lose billions from a car that barely needed gas? Another incredible story from the automotive world is that of the water-powered car. Yes, you heard that right, a car that runs on water. Stanley Meyer, an inventor from Ohio, claimed to have done just that in the 1980s. He developed what he called a water fuel cell, which he said could split ordinary tap water into its elemental components, hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen was then burned as fuel to power the car's engine. The only byproduct, water vapor. It was the ultimate clean energy solution. He retrofitted a dune buggy with his device and drove it for witnesses and news crews, claiming it could travel from Los Angeles to New York on just 22 gallons of water. His invention gained significant attention, including from the Pentagon. But like the others on our list, Meyer's story took a dark turn. He claimed to be under constant surveillance and received numerous threats. In 1998, Meyer was meeting with two potential Belgian investors at a restaurant. After taking a sip of his cranberry juice, he grabbed his neck, ran outside, and collapsed. His last words, according to his brother, were, "They poisoned me." The official coroner's report cited a cerebral aneurysm as the cause of death, but the suspicious circumstances have fueled conspiracy theories ever since. After 1988, his workshop was raided, and his research and the dune buggy prototype vanished. Was it all a hoax? Or did Stanley Meyer truly unlock a secret that could have ended our dependence on fossil fuels? These stories are just the tip of the iceberg. From starlight, a heat-resistant material that could withstand incredible temperatures but whose formula died with its inventor, to ancient technologies like Greek fire or the Damascus steel, history is littered with tales of incredible inventions that have been lost to time, or perhaps deliberately buried. These narratives raise profound questions. Are they just captivating myths? Tales of inventors who overestimated their own creations? Or do they point to a hidden history? A world where progress is sometimes intentionally held back by those with vested interests in the status quo. Could it be that the greatest obstacle to human innovation isn't the laws of physics, but human nature itself? The line between groundbreaking genius and elaborate hoax is often thin, and without the original research or working prototypes, we're left to piece together the puzzle from old news clippings, eyewitness accounts, and the enduring power of legend. What do you think? Are these inventors unsung heroes? Or are their claims just too fantastic to be real? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the world of lost inventions. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the mysteries of our world. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious.